Hello, folks, and welcome back to the Average Movie Review Podcast. I just finished watching episodes 6 and 7 of Welcome to Derry. I gotta say, man, they absolutely hit a home run with this show. Like, I am absolutely stunned. I am absolutely loving this show. I'm not a big horror fan. I'm not afraid to admit that I do get scared regarding these little things, but this show has kept me on the edge. Like I have been on my toes since the beginning of the show. And more importantly, it's scary, but it's so good. Holy shit, man. Episode 6, we got the origin story of how he became Pennywise, or it became Pennywise, and that Pennywise was just a regular clown that loved his daughter and just happened to be down on his luck and, wrong place, wrong time, ended up getting eaten by it, and then it took its pretty much personality and everything about it. Crazy, crazy shit. I always thought that maybe he just came up with the idea because he just thought clowns were scary, but it's crazy to me to think that. Whew, I'm tired, guys. That it was just a regular clown, just a regular dude, just trying to make ends meet. Trying to help his daughter out and shit, and this is the kind of garbage he had to deal with. That's crazy, man. That's absolutely wild. Um, we what else did we get to see in episode 6? Pretty much the build up for what is probably the best episode yet. Actually, I think might be probably the best episode. Next week is the series finale or season finale. I don't know if it's season or series finale, but for episode 7, we got to see the big build up. With the kids and everything, the kids' chemistry absolutely amazing, absolutely amazing. You cannot deny that these kids are born natural stars. They work so well together. We also do get to see that Lily's been acting weird ever since she has the totem. My understanding, it might be that she's just scared. I don't think the totem has anything to do with this. I think it's just she's just scared in general regarding everything that's happening. So I think that's the whole point. But she is on edge. Marge and Richie get really close together and everything. Their relationship starts to kind of bloom, and Richie's crazy, man. Richie's I don't know what to tell you, man. Richie's a pretty cool guy. Pretty cool guy. The fact that they asked him to play the drums, I was kind of really confused about that too. I was just like, you asking some random little white boy to do that? And then they fed them alcohol too. I was like, this is given legal, guys. This is given legal at the Club Black Spotlight. It's kind of crazy. Shout out to Halloran, man, the actor, Mr. Chalk. This guy is just fucking amazing, bro. He is so goddamn good, so goddamn good. Like that guy deserves an Emmy, bro. Holy crap, absolutely amazing. And Pennywise, I have to say, Pennywise, Bill deserves Emmy. He deserves an Oscar. He deserves all his flowers, his recognition. He has truly brought this character to life. Every episode, he keeps getting better and better. Every little moment he's in, he's scary, he's crazy, he's insane. He is it. He does such a good job of it. It absolutely is incredible to see him every moment you get. I love the little beginning where you see the balloon, and then right at the end too, where he kind of runs up, tries to kills the kid and whatnot. That's pretty crazy. We got that big reveal where his daughter turns out to be the nurse, and she's the old lady. I can't remember her name at the moment, but she's the one that's been sleeping with Grogan and stuff. And she thinks that's her dad, which is kind of fucked up. And she turns out to be the clown that's been haunting them, kind of trying to bring her dad, or who she thinks is her dad, to come out and whatnot. Wild shit. Again, not to be kind of crazy, but white people be doing too much. Like, not, I'm gonna lie. Some white people shit right here, right? You see an entity, you see some crazy thing, and you think that's your dad, and I don't know. I would be like, if he's not showing up every 27 years or something, and he's doing some crazy shit, and he's always at the wrong place, wrong time, I'd kind of look back and be like, I don't know about this guy. This guy may not be my dad, but I don't know. Anyway, leading up all the way to pretty much Sinners. Again, I don't know which one comes first. I don't know if Sinners comes first or episode 7 of Welcome to It, Derry, but pretty much, again, not to be racist or anything, but white people doing white people shit, you know, just to kill one guy, they decide that it's time to blow up everybody, right? We get that big build up, just like Sinners. Again, the parallels are crazy, but it's also the reality. It's also the reality. Like the scene in episode 6 where you see the town gearing up to go look for Grogan and kill him and stuff. That's crazy, man. That is so wild. Like he had nothing to do with it. And that officer knew about that and yet still didn't say a word. It's insane, right? The racism in America at that point in time was just unbelievable. But again, not that much has changed if you look at the political climate right now. It's very believable. Going into episode 7, that episode was crazy. That episode was that episode was just insane. I ain't even gonna lie to you. That episode was some crazy shit. Um, that was a crazy episode. I just finished, so I'm just kind of trying to remember everything that I saw. Where do we even begin? The shot. Apparently, this was done by one shot, one take or whatever. Andy Muschietti, again, fucking genius, did an amazing job. I don't know where all of this talent went when he was making the Flash, but fucking killed it in this episode. This is their 10 out of 10. This is that episode in every season where you go and you go, the show is peak, right? And then the finale happens or something happens, and you're like, okay, well, at least they had one good episode. This is that episode. Um, Leading up to the violence, the burning, like people getting shot, heads flying off, people running around in the fire trying to find each other, people like literally burning to death, and then you get to see the one and only Pennywise appear out of nowhere, just hopping on through, eating up people's heads and all that shit, talking to Halloran, seeing one of the natives and whatnot, the ghosts. It was it was too much, right? And then the biggest thing of all, Richie dying, unfortunately. Saddest thing I've ever seen. These kids, again, these deaths are not impactful unless if the actors and their co-actors make it impactful, and that's what these kids did, right? Like these kids absolutely destroyed that aspect of this show. Like their chemistry was just, it's on fire, and you feel it. You can feel it. The relationship between Marge and Richie, the love that they have for each other. They're just children. I know it's crazy to say they're just children, but they understand these ideas because this trauma has brought them so close together, and it is absolutely insane how good that these little kids were able to portray their characters, right? Like I teared up, I'm not gonna lie. Richie was one of my favorite characters. I absolutely loved him. If you've heard, sorry, my other reviews of the previous episodes, I've mentioned him multiple times. This kid's funny, he's so good. Whoever's playing him is doing such a great job, and to see him die to save the love of his life, there's no other way. I mean, like, you couldn't have given him a better death. In all honesty, that's the way I wanted to see him go. And may God bless that kid's little soul, because that was absolutely heartbreaking and heart wrenching. Like, him putting Marge in the box and whatnot. Um, Again, this is where Pennywise shines. This is where Bill shines in this episode. His laugh. I've read some stuff. People are thinking, yo, he could be the next Joker, Bill. I see it. I understand it. I wouldn't mind it. I don't know if that's what the thing's looking for, but he would be a pretty sick Joker. And that laugh when he talks to Ronnie and them, it's kind of scary. I ain't gonna lie. It was giving Mad Joker vibes there. So I can kind of see that. Again, um, him throughout this entire episode, absolutely phenomenal, phenomenal work. Shout out to that team, the CGI effects, everything. They did an amazing, amazing job. Him not giving an absolute fuck when the daughter was like, "What did you do to my father?" And he's just like, "I ate him. I ate him. You couldn't think of anything else. You just said I ate him. That's all I do, right?" You know, him manipulating her the entire time, trying to make her do all of this just so he could have a feast and then finally go back to his slumber. Pretty crazy shit, right? Um, what else happened in this episode? Um, and then again, white people and their nonsense and greed. Really, just greed. Honestly, capitalism, greed, whatever you want to call it. These stupid ass fucks, you know, taking one of the totems, burning it, and then allowing him to wake up one more time now that he has more range and power and he can do whatever the hell he wants. Again, freaking just greed. I don't even want to say it's white people. I just want to say it's greed. It's just this greed that consumes them all despite everything. You know, they never learn. They honestly, these people never learn. Somebody tweeted it. You know, this show just shows the excellence of white ignorance. I couldn't have agreed more with that because that's the truth, man. Like, white people just don't know when to quit. Like, why are you doing this? Why were we even looking for the totem? It went to sleep. Let him sleep for 27 years while you figure out a plan to kill him, or whether you. Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. Oh, this review. You know, let him sleep while you're trying to figure out a plan to kill this piece of shit. Like, come on, man. White people on the white people shit, bro. White people, like, I can't with this. Um, yeah, and I think, and then you know him, it waking up and then going after Will. The Hallorans, they have had a hard life in Derry. I guess it makes kind of sense now why they never really leave and why the Hallorans are there for the longest time, and why the characters continue on in the books or in the series and whatnot. Um, yeah, I think that's about it. And then Will pretty much being blinded by the lights. Not, I wasn't trying to reference the weekend or anything. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting finale. I'm super excited to see where it goes. We know Will's gone missing. Do they end up saving him? We know that they don't end up killing it. He must have succeeded, or at least goes back to sleep of some sort. Um, we'll get to see what they do with the actual totem that they have. I'm guessing they're gonna replace that little piece that Lily has and put it back into where the ground or whatever to cage him back in again, and that's how they kind of stop him. I assume. I don't know. Next week's episode looks even more crazier. Halloran is on a whole different vibe in that episode. He seems to be the key piece here in the ending to this story, so I'm excited to see where they go. But yeah, again, amazing episodes. This show is phenomenal. Please give it a watch, give it a shot. This is the type of television we need. I'm enjoying this completely. You know, we get to see a different version of Pennywise, a much more stronger, crazier version, I would say. Um, I don't know how they will top the next season if they do one. If I'm being honest, the only logical thing that makes sense to me would be to pretty much continue from it to, if you are planning on continuing this series. I don't know if next week is a series finale or a season finale, but if you're going to do a season two, it just makes to continue from it to a new gang or whatever, right? But yeah, absolutely phenomenal writing, absolutely phenomenal action. There's a lot of horror in this show. There's a lot of scary moments, jump scares, I think you will love it. So do give it a shot and let me know what you guys think about the latest 2 episodes. I'm excited to see next week's, and I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good one, guys.